If somebody is battling a sin, internal sin, okay, you find a lot of the times the heart is still attached to the sin even if the physical body is making tawbah, right or wrong. So you find somebody, they fall into the sin, even when it comes to, for example, bad habits like smoking or whatever it may be, drugs, etc. You find that people make tawbah physically. However, the heart is attached to the sin. And what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say about the Sahaba radiallahu anhum? He starts in the heart. He says, the reason they're able to obey the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, one of the reasons is because this Iman was nourished in their hearts. And as for that which was evil and bad, they disliked it. So you've got to have a change. What's the change? The change is the sin that you attach to. You've got to find ways to dislike it. Imagine, it's starting from the inside. Because when you're able to dislike the sin, bi'idhnillah, with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you'll be able to get rid of it. And even if you are alone after that, you won't fall into the sin, bi'idhnillah. You won't. And when you've got this type of sin, remember, it usually a lot of the times comes with boredom, with free time, with being alone. There's only so much you can do in terms of not being alone. You try to mix with this one and that one and be around people. But there comes a time where it's inevitable you're going to be alone. Also, there comes a time where you may not have anybody from the outside to look after you or to carry on monitoring you. So if you're able to start with your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and purifying the heart, you start hating the sin, you start detesting the sin. You think about all that which is displeasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and how will you be able to, face the Creator on the Day of Judgment. Imagine in Surah Fussilat, Allah Jalla wa Ala makes mention of people who come on the Day of Judgment, and a person will be arguing with their limbs. A person will be arguing with their hands and with their feet, etc. Why will they be arguing? He'll be telling his own limbs, why are you speaking? And the limbs will say that it's only Allah who allowed us to speak, and these limbs will bear witness against this person. Remembering verses from the Quran like this puts it into perspective. Imagine there's going to come a day where you're going to die. You're going to pass away. And we know of a lot of people who, because they were addicted to certain sins, at times they die in the sin itself. May Allah protect one and all.